don't think we could do much more if we were retired. We sure have been busy.
Oh, we sure have, and it's nonstop. So we continue to do a lot of things, even though we're not in retirement, from traveling to landscaping to having visitors in the house, work in the house. It's always something.
Sure is. We went to Charlotte because Steve's brother turned 80 and we wanted to get some of his wisdom about retiring.
Wow, yeah, 80 years old. I mean, really, that's it seems scary to be 80 years old, but
he was in excellent shape, both mentally and physically.
I was given hope that reaching 80, you can still be very active, participate in life, have very clear thoughts, and be somewhat healthy.
We stayed in Charlotte at a hotel and met a woman eating breakfast. She is 79 and is in even better shape, both physically and mentally. She was very, very active.
And it's like I said, it's very encouraging to see people who are advanced in age and being very healthy. A couple weeks ago, I had met a woman that was 103, and to me, that just blew me away. She seemed to really have it together mentally, and she was walking pretty well. But I just find that amazing.
And we've seen the special on Netflix that called, what was it, the Blue Zone,
Right.
Blue Areas. And it was people in their hundreds who are still in good shape.
Yeah, mostly in Italy and
Costa Rica,
and
Japan.
Right, and this person traveled to these different countries, wanted to find out how people are living so long.
I'm Sue.
And I'm Steve, and we're aging joyfully.
We went to see Steve's brother because it was his birthday, and we also wanted to gain from his wisdom of being 80 and his wife's wisdom of being 79.
A lot of wisdom gathered in those years, and it was just refreshing to see how healthy he is, how active mentally and physically.
But we were surprised to find out that he is a certified Medicare consultant.
Wow. And that was a big help because we're considering Medicare. We're getting to that age. I am. And we want to know the direction to go in.
Steve is turning 65, and you have to decide at 65 what you are going to do.
Yes, exactly. And to find out that he was a certified Medicare planner and would help people in making those decisions was a great benefit of the visit.
And he also helps once you are on Medicare. So, Steve, what did he give you?
So he gave me this booklet from the Social Security Administration that explains Medicare. And it's I've kind of leafed through it, haven't really read the whole thing, but it's a lot of information.
So you could order one of those online?
You can. You can order one online. And it actually, socialsecurity.gov on the bottom, go to there and you're going to order this publication.
I'll put that website on the screen right here. It's the same one we've had in other videos.
Exactly. And that'll help.
Okay, so Steve has turned 65, but we haven't been investigating it because Steve is working. And if you are 65, turning 65, and you work for a company that has more than 19 employees, you are not required to do anything.
And that is good. I mean, because it gives you time to research more because you do want to make the right decision when it comes to Medicare.
But if you're not working, you have, I believe, a 7-month period, 3 months before the month of your birthday and 3 months after to decide. And of course, if you need this insurance, you need to make the decision well before your birthday because it may have a time lag of, 1 to 2 months. Medicare is a federal program, but it is operated state by state, so it is a big difference in each state.
And so you have to understand what is available in your state and also what is available federally so that you're not overpaying or being underinsured. So if something was to happen where you have to go to the hospital, that is going to be covered.
Part A is free, and that is recommended to sign up at 65 because it is hospitalization. However, you are no longer eligible to put money in an HSA if you do sign up for any Medicare. We were going to wait on signing up for Part A just so we could continue with the HSA.
Exactly. So that has to be a consideration. Maybe a lot of people don't know that fact. So that's an important fact, especially if you're contributing to an HSA to reduce your tax burden.
But now we are thinking that we may just go ahead and not do the HSA and go ahead and get that hospitalization, although Steve has not had any accidents or surgeries in many years. So it's not like he has a health condition, but we're thinking that we may go ahead and do that. And because we are focusing more on putting money in a spousal IRA for me, because our state law allows from ages 62 to 64, 35,000 each year is tax-free of retirement income. So we are trying to shift some of Steve's retirement money to my name through a spousal IRA, so that when I turn 62, we will get 35,000 of my money. And at 65, you get a $65,000 break on state taxes. So we are thinking about focusing more on the spousal than the HSA, because the HSA doesn't, for us personally, doesn't have big investments. A lot of people can invest in different things with the HSA, but ours is not a big money maker.
Right. So you have to understand your state laws and understand how you're going to benefit when you turn 65, or how your spouse benefits from 62 to 64. I mean, you really have to investigate what your state offers for seniors.
So that is the free part, Part A. Part B is the $164.90 if you're a certain income. If you're high income, it does cost more. We are not going to select that because Steve has health insurance through work. But you do have to notify your HR to make sure that you are still covered without getting Medicare. It did suggest notifying your human resources department.
So I'm going to look into that. And as we get closer to the new year, I'm going to be signing up for new benefits. And I do believe that it asks you if you have Medicare when you're signing up for new benefits at the company I work for.
And then also there is a prescription plan in Medicare, which Steve gets through work, so he would not pay for that. The one thing that Steve's brother did emphasize is to get that prescription plan in place, which is, I believe, roughly $40 a month or so. Because if you don't, you will have a penalty the rest of your life, every year for the rest of your life, every month for the rest of your life, that you didn't sign up at 65. Because he is working, he doesn't necessarily have to sign up for it because he gets that through his insurance at work. But he emphasized that several times. So Steve's brother had counseled many people who did not choose the prescription part of Medicare, and they were penalized every month for the rest of their lives. And they had to choose between food, medicine, and rent.
And that's the saddest thing when you have to make those decisions. I mean, it shouldn't be that way. Because you made a decision, or a lack of a decision, that causes an extra financial burden on your paycheck, whether you're getting Social Security or wherever you're getting your paycheck from. So really, you have to understand and be careful with your decisions.
So in North Carolina, Steve's brother was able to find some drug companies that had where they helped indigent people. So if you were very low income, they might have been able to get their drugs for free. They had to apply for the program. And some you could go directly to the manufacturer and get it through there. But he found some programs within North Carolina. But I asked him, but if you are $1 above that low level income, you don't get it. And he said, yeah, then these middle income are just slightly above poverty, or they're probably still in poverty, but technically not in poverty, because the way poverty is calculated in America is an outdated and old-fashioned way. It was believed on food in a day. It was never based on prescriptions and rent and all the high cost of living in America.
All the expenses.
So you can be above poverty technically, but still pretty much be in poverty.
Right. Exactly. And that's sad because you don't need that extra burden. If you have health issues, that's enough of a burden. But then if you're getting charged or penalized because you didn't subscribe to a program, that doesn't make sense. So you have to be very careful and understand all of the aspects for it before you make decisions.
So, I mean, we knew that if you didn't sign up for Medicare at 65 and you're not working, we knew you'd be penalized for life. One of my concerns is if I saw online that some people said once you're over 65, there's only one open enrollment for Medicare. So, say Steve wants to quit working in May after he's 65. That said that you may not be eligible for Medicare until November or for the next year. You sign up in November or October, November for the next year. He can't go without insurance for 7 months. So
Right.
that was one of my concerns is how will he be able to get on Medicare when he transitions from working?
Right. And so understanding all of that, this is a big undertaking. Medicare is not an easy process to sign up for. I mean, I guess it's good once you're in it, but you have to make all the right decisions, check all the right boxes at the right time, and make sure that you're not being penalized for anything.
I think when you're turning 65, it's easier because you have that open enrollment. Automatically, just turning 65 is a life event. But once you're over 65, I believe a video I saw, which I don't know if it's accurate, it said it's up to the company you work for and how they're going to help you get on Medicare.
Yeah, exactly.
So we're not clear about that. So, and of course, a lot of companies have gotten rid of their HR departments. So it is hard to even get information, just to search the right information, right?
Right. Yes, exactly. So definitely order this booklet from the Social Security Administration called Medicare. Go to socialsecurity.gov and look at the publications, and you can have it sent to your house, no charge.
But the second thing that he really emphasized was if at all costs do not get on Medicare Advantage. He really did not like that.
Yeah, sure did. So, you got to think about that too. If you're not on Medicare Advantage, who's covering those extra costs?
And the reasons there's a few reasons. One is that it is more limited. You do have to go to certain doctors, whereas Medicare is taken throughout the whole United States. Medicare Advantage is limited doctors. But also, it is a for-profit company that can deny anything. And what I've seen from other videos that the companies require you to go through an approval process where they have to approve procedures.
So Medicare Advantage sounds to me similar to an HMO, although I don't know, but it sounds similar, whereas Medicare sounds like a PPO. I mean, if you were to look at it from that perspective, although I don't know, but that's just what it appears to me, having dealt with healthcare, having dealt with signing up for health insurance over the years. You have a choice, HMO, PPO. And that's kind of what Medicare and Medicare Advantage sound like to me.
And also with Medicare, you do want to get a supplemental policy for sure. He said you can't go without that, which we had known, and it can range from 100 to 300. He had a policy with his company when he retired, which a lot of people, when they retire with pensions, also get health insurance through retirement. So he was shocked to learn that we're not going to have that medical insurance through the company in retirement because he had it. But more and more people if you don't have a pension, you're probably not going to have that medical insurance in retirement. Like my father had that medical insurance, and both he and my mother had. So if he died first, my mother would still have that health insurance. I think most companies are getting away from that benefit. So you have to get that supplement, which could be 1 to 300 per person in addition to that 164.90. So that's going to add up. We're thinking healthcare is going to be $1,000 just for premiums in retirement. I mean, of course, it's slightly less, but it's going to increase every year. So that's just premiums, and then all the procedures, co-pays, deductibles are going to be quite costly.
Right, right. So you have to plan on that too. I mean, that's a big part. Healthcare, we believe, is going to be one of the largest expenses that we have on a monthly basis.
But when you look back through the years, it was virtually almost zero when we first got married. I mean, I think we paid zero. We each had it through work, and then it just It's been going up since we got married because there were times when Steve wouldn't get a raise, but yet we brought home less money. And I was like, why do we have less money? And I looked at it, and our health insurance has gone up steadily every year from marriage. So it's not a new thing. It's been increasing every single year for the 32
exactly.
years we've been married.
Yeah, 32 years.
So we anticipate it going up more and more. So, yes, we are investigating Medicare now, although I'm years away from it. We do want to know, you want to be knowledgeable well before you have to get it.
Yep,
And things
absolutely.
do change. They do change periodically.
Yeah.
They increase the rates every year.
Yes.
If you're getting Social Security, I believe it comes directly out of that check, but we're not getting Social Security. So, and then and Steve's only going to get the free part right now. He's not going to be paying. So once we decide that we're getting closer to retirement, then we'll look into how you pay, or if maybe at that time he will be getting Social Security. We don't really know because we're still a few years out.
Right, exactly. So do your research, do your homework, study it closely, make sure you understand, and then, you don't really have much to worry about at that point.
And I really wasn't aware that there were free consultants in Medicare. I thought they were all paid people. I may try to look into that and see if I can volunteer and advise people. Then I'll be more knowledgeable myself and I'll be giving back. I never heard of that. I thought it was paid people making money off of selling the supplemental policies.
Right, exactly. Exactly. Okay, that would be great.
So let's just tell you real quickly about our videos. We have a wide variety. And if you look in the description, we generally have chapters, unless they're very short. We have chapters that you could go to parts that you want to see, along with music. And if you want to know what song is playing, they are YouTube songs. So we're going to include some links of other videos that are health related as well as not health related, because we talk about all these aging issues, right, Steve?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And so, we're not doctors, we're not therapists, we're just going through life and going through these experiences and talking about it.
So if you like these type of videos, please subscribe, because we are a new channel and we're trying to build our subscribers a little bit.
Absolutely. So don't forget, hit the thumbs up, notification, and
subscribe. Until we see you again.
Take it easy.